65 years for the Nursing Home Association is a great accomplishment and one that everyone can be proud of. What they do is very important. It's important to all of us, important to our families. And so the idea that I've enjoyed working with them would be an understatement.
I'm third generation in the business, and the fourth generation of my family is already involved in the business. I think that you have more multi-generational family businesses in Alabama than in other states because the association has helped make our business more stable.
Well, in the early days, as I recall, it was hard. We had a hard go with the policies and procedures.
You know, I've always felt like we were kind of the redheaded stepchild of the healthcare business that nobody knew much about us. People thought we were a place to go and let someone live out their just final years, and I've always felt like that we did a whole lot more than that. And the association was the vehicle that I could be involved with to try to make those kind of changes.
I was in the very beginning of the new when the Medicaid come into existence. We had a lot of hard times.
And when you live in a world where 70% of your revenue is based upon state and federal funding, that's a challenge. That makes it very difficult.
When we had those first hard times, we learned to work together to try to come to a good common end and to be beneficial to everybody and not just certain individuals inside the association. I think that sets us apart from some associations in all kinds of businesses.
Strength comes from adversity. When you stripped away every avenue but survival, we all pulled together and it taught us something.
The people who started this 65 years ago, they developed a foundation for us today to have a wonderful and powerful voice in Montgomery.
And I feel like that we formed a foundation that the younger generation now is carrying on what we did started.
We have a very high ratio of nursing homes that are members of our association because we recognize that we need to work together in order to have individual success.
You're looking at 95% membership statewide. When we have a committee meeting here, standards committee thing, we need a room stretcher. That's how many people come and contribute.
It's because they're really champions of the cause. They are looking out for the interest of the providers. By doing so, they're looking out for the interests of the people who are receiving the care in the facilities. And they've never lost sight of that. In all the years that I've known these people, that's been their primary goal and focus, is to make Alabama the best state for providing long-term care to the elderly population. And the veteran population ties into that too. So I would say they're superheroes.
The information that they send out to us, from survey results to what's needed, bed regulations to what's needed in your home, that information is very valuable to the different disciplines within the veterans home.
We never lose sight of what we're doing, and that is the objective of the association. That is their philosophy. They convey that from a leadership role for the state.
We need associations, we need lobbying groups that are going to be able to give us detail about what they do.
And I think the association provides leadership in regards to its members and how we can gather that information and how we can mobilize when it's a time to hopefully impact our state capital in regards to laws and bills and, most importantly, Medicaid funding.
I think they have an extremely powerful voice, very much so. I think they really have the ability to help effect change for Medicaid, particularly in our budget crisis and things like that. And working with legislation to ensure that happens is very powerful, that they're able to do those things, and we greatly appreciate it.
And I think what's happened with the legislature over the years is they've realized we bring solutions to the table, where I think that's not always necessarily the case in Montgomery. Everybody's with their hand out, and we're trying to figure out how we can work with the legislature and work with the governor.
So I'm glad that there are people at the ANHA that speak directly to the legislators on our behalf to get our voice heard.
Yeah, I think it's a voice that ties everybody together. I think it's a voice for our employees. I think it's a voice for our residents. I think it's a voice for the operators.
We have limited hours every day as people do in other industries, but it seems like our industry, the pressure continues to mount.
With the Affordable Care Act, the changes that have happened and that are coming, it's just very hard to keep up with.
That is the first call. If there's something, Department of Health regulations or survey issue, anything, we automatically call. And they're able to help us. If they can't help us right then, they'll find someone that can.
Just with the skill of the association and the members in it has been very eye-opening.
Watching these individuals come together and unite on a common front to achieve a goal. The personal agendas are put to the side. The personal issues are non-existent. Everything is based upon how can we provide the best quality of care to our residents on a daily basis and for our facilities to absolutely be able to survive.
We are very fortunate to have the association. We are a standalone entity. We have no corporate structure and no corporate team members, so it's inevitable that we call the association and they sort of function as our corporate office, either to get legislature updates, regulatory updates, or find somebody that has expertise, maybe in MDS or what have you.
When you're in the day-to-day trenches and you're working every day and you're trying to keep everything going the way it's supposed to be, it's difficult to always be informed of everything that's new and up and coming. So it's always nice to have the weekly roundups. They're invaluable. They keep us informed of everything that's coming.
It's made a tremendous difference on what we're able to bring back to the staff from an educational standpoint. I could not do my job without the association.
It's just a lot of good information you can get from the association to help you go through this maze of the nursing home industry.
I've always found that you could call on any member of the association staff. If they didn't immediately have the answer, they would very quickly get the answer to you, give you guidance to get you whatever you need to be able to accomplish. And in what we're doing in the world's most heavily regulated industry, that becomes extremely important.
I think the association has been the glue for the whole group here in Alabama.
One of the things that's important for a legislator in the state of Alabama related to whatever issues and topics that we work on is that we have folks that we know have good information and we can trust their advice.
I just transitioned from a different state. So to see the difference and just how powerful and how big of an impact that the Alabama Nursing Home Association has had in the state of Alabama, I'm very proud to be a member.
We learn to help each other. We learn to network with each other about existing problems that come up, and I think we get things solved a lot better by being so intimate.
The voice today is strong. I think it may have some advantages than what we had.
And we have a role, but it's going to be a changing role. And so our ability as an association to help its members navigate those changes are going to make the association equal to or greater importance than it's been in the past.
And we accomplished a lot, and we were able to provide the care that I'm proud to say I'm part of it.